Go ahead and put your notebooks out, okay? Ain't got to blush yet, but hold your horses. They don't call me BB for nothing, okay?
Make it take my name, I'm gonna spouse you and make it touch your ring. I'm gonna take you all the way. Baby, can I take you all the way? You sexy motherfucker.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Renee, aka Be The Beat, if you didn't already know. And if you didn't already know, that means you are new here, and I just want to say welcome. Welcome on into the makeup party. I know, right? Like, we have not done a makeup party in a very long time. So I'm excited about this, okay? And if you are not new here, friend, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you again. Everybody make sure you subscribe, first of all. First and foremost, make sure you are a part of the family because, girl, it's free and it helps me. Okay, period. That's all we need to talk about. But anyway, so in today's video, I'm going to be addressing, well, not addressing, but I'm going to be getting into the very highly requested makeup tutorial. Not necessarily by y'all, but by like people in the real world, like that see me on a daily basis. Like, I get so many questions at work, I get so many questions out in the streets, I just get so many questions in regards to my makeup routine and all the things. So I figured it's time to do an updated makeup video. I have not done one of these videos in a very long time, and I actually made a promise to y'all that we were bringing more makeup content back to my channel, and this is day one of doing that, okay? So if you have ever had a question about what foundation I wear, if you have ever had a question about what blush I wear, how I get my skin to look so smooth, how I get everything blended the way it looks, how I get a perfect foundation match, just all the things, if you've ever had a question about anything I wear on my face, this is the video for you, friend, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna talk too much, but make sure you're subscribed, first of all, period. Let's get into it. So first things first, we're gonna scoot this do-rag back a little bit. If you are a blonde baldy or a short hair queen, then you wanna make sure your hair is at least, I would say, 80 to 90% dry before you start on your makeup. So yeah, gonna peel my cap back. So first things first is gonna be all about skin prep. So I have already prepped my skin, cleansed my skin, all the things. And then now we're gonna go in with moisturizer. So this is what I've been using lately. This is what I have been using on my face. She's been working good for me. Oop, that's a lie. I didn't mean to do that much, but my hand's ashy, so we'll just use the rest there. So lately I have been going for a much more like skin-like to dewy finish. If you know, you know. Back in the day, I used to be a very, very matte girl, okay? She was all about having matte skin, all the things, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting a little older or what, but I want to be a glazed donut, okay? So definitely want to make sure the skin is hydrated before you even get into any makeup. Also, friends, my black friends, my white friends, my Asian friends, my whoever friends, okay? Anybody, you need to be wearing sunscreen, okay? So this is my sunscreen of choice right now. Thank you to Kiehl's for sending me this. But first of all, their other sunscreen in the yellow bottle, baby girl, it's magic. But this one right here actually has discoloration and UV solution protection. So it's actually gonna help even out my skin tone over time. So you're really supposed to use like 2 fingers of sunscreen, but I typically just do 1 finger. Especially if I'm gonna put makeup on top. It leaves no white cast. It leaves my skin glowy, just the way I like it. Period, the skin is skinny. Now we're gonna get into the fun part. So the key to my makeup routine, the key to my flawless skin has honestly been black opal, okay? Like, that's my secret ingredient, friends. Like, this product right here, their foundation sticks have been a true game changer in my skin routine. And I even tested it out like one day last week at work. I did not wear black opal. I wore a different foundation and I did not get as many compliments on my skin. Okay, which granted I saw different people, like there were different customers, whatever the case. But my point is, every single time I wear black opal, I'm getting questions about, oh my God, your skin is so flawless. Like, what are you wearing? Like, please tell me what foundation you have on. Like, people are like staring into my soul, trying to figure out what I have on my face. And this is what I have on my face. Okay, this is my secret weapon. So I mix a combination of different colors. So warm almond and beautiful bronze are my 2 foundation shades. So these are the 2 colors that I mixed together to create my perfect shade. Now, granted, I could use just one or the other. Like, both of them are doable for me, but I just think when I mix the 2 together, it's just a little bit better, in my opinion. But I'm gonna show y'all what I mean in a second. But before we do that, we also need to prime. So I am using the OG. Like, this is my favorite primer, the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, Smooth and Blurring. So this is also probably part of my secret weapon, okay? Because this particular primer literally does smooth. It really does help with like just refining texture before you put your makeup on. So I'm just gonna use a bit of that. And then for this, I like to kind of just, do y'all see my nose already? Like, I don't know if it really shows up on camera, but like instantly my nose is smoother. And I really just kind of focus that in the T-zone, because for me, like, that's what matters most as far as kind of toning down on some texture. The nose and definitely like this area. And then of course I always hit my smile lines and my chin. So pretty much the center of the face. Okay, friend, got it? Go ahead and pull your notebooks out, okay? Got it. As far as complexion, I'm just gonna show y'all what these 2 shades look like. So we're gonna do a stripe here, which as you see, this one is like pretty warm. This is beautiful bronze, so she's pretty warm, like she's got a lot more like red to her. But then this one, warm almond, she's more neutral. So you see the 2, like, if I was someone who liked to make my foundation lean a little bit more warm, of course I could go for this one all over. But this one is definitely closer to my complexion. Like, just from looking at my viewfinder, I can't really even see this one on my face. So this one is my shade, but I mix a little bit of this one in just to keep me warm, okay? Because once you've concealed, contoured, set with powder and all the things, sometimes you lose a little bit of that warmth. And so that's why I choose to kind of mix the 2. And I just pretty much like stripe it all over my face. Also the fact that I am not like color correcting and doing any spot correcting before I put on foundation, that's also a reason why I'm gonna let that red one hit in, because girl, it's just gonna work. It's just gonna work, just trust me, okay? I'm gonna just press this foundation into my skin. For me, I like to get the most coverage out of my foundations, so that's why I'm gonna be pressing instead of like just swiping. If you're a blonde body, be careful around your hairline. So as you see, like, we got a pretty even look overall, but I can still see all of my hyperpigmentation through these foundation sticks. But I'm cool with that because we're gonna build in other ways, okay? So I used to be a girly that, well, I ain't gonna say I used to be because I still pretty much am this girly, but I like to get full coverage out of my foundation. So before I even do any concealers or anything, I already want full coverage on my base, you know what I'm saying? But with this product, I've been compromising. I'm like, okay, girl, you just going to work. Like, you literally can build in other ways. And plus I don't be having that much time. So this is a very quick look as well. So I'm going to go in with another foundation stick. Yes, another one, but just in a different color. I'm gonna go in with the shade Rich Caramel. This one I'm gonna use to highlight. We're gonna take under the eyes, center of the forehead, down the nose, okay? And we'll hit the chin. So my chin is a place that I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. So the fact that I'm going to already use multiple products down here, I don't necessarily need full coverage out of my original foundation application because we're just gonna keep building, okay? I'm also gonna hit underneath my future contour, okay? Just a bit, just a touch, just a touch, just a touch. And we're gonna blend it out right away. Now, we are still gonna use concealer, so we'll let our concealer sit a bit, but this foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out right away. And once again, I'm tapping versus swiping. You don't wanna be swiping your foundation away, okay? You're tapping. And you see already there's a difference with coverage. Like, hopefully y'all can pick it up on camera, but already the hyperpigmentation is disappearing. I'm gonna hit underneath my contour next because I don't want that section of foundation to be as prominent. I don't like my contour cutout to be super like bold and sharp. Black Opal is a super affordable brand. Like, this brand is considered like a drugstore brand. So you can get it at Target, you can get it at like CVS, like, you know, the drugstore, okay? So as far as underneath my eyes, I'm gonna blend the edges first. I'm gonna blend the perimeter first, because we still need to add in our contour and make sure that's all blended. And I don't know, if y'all have never used cream products before, then you just won't get it. So I need you to run, go ahead and get your shoes on, grab your keys, and go run to the store to get some cream products so you can try it out, okay? Because it's just something about the blend of a cream product that's just gonna hit different, okay? I've always been a cream contour girly, but recently is when I'm like, let's try a full cream face, okay? And I don't know if it's because I'm 30 now, but like, give me the Fashion Fair. Give me the Studio Tech by MAC, okay? Like, now I know all the aunties was hunting me down at the MAC counter to get that Studio Tech NC50, NC45. Like, Miss Mamas, they won't lying, okay? The Studio Tech actually goes crazy. Now, I never got a chance to experience Fashion Fair, but I know that when Fashion Fair went out of business, all of the older ladies were coming to MAC to get Studio Tech because that was the closest thing they could find that was comparable. But when I tell you these Black Opal foundation sticks are tea. And now this video is not sponsored, okay? This video is not sponsored. I bought these foundation sticks with my own money like a long time ago. I'm just like rediscovering them because, like I said, I've always used Black Opal to contour with, but I recently discovered doing like my full face with them, and I'm in love. Not even that I recently discovered it, it's just that I've recently done it because of course I knew that I could do a full face with it, but I've just always been like a liquid foundation girly. But now we're coming into our cream era, okay? So this is what the base we got so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my fourth shade, okay? This one is Cafe Au Bay, and this is the shade that I've always used for contouring. Like you see, like it's beat up, like fine, rubbed off, like this. It's just a little beat up, okay? Because this one has been my go-to for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour. Definitely hit the sides of the nose. I'm gonna just hit my temples real quick because it's tricky contouring around blonde hair. So I gotta be very mindful, very demure with how I establish my contour on my forehead. But anyway, and even around my, you know, ear tabs, like I like to call them. But I'm just gonna flick my contour upward because I wanna blend that into my under eye highlight. You don't wanna bring your contour downward because it's gonna get muddy. Like, you don't want your contour all the way on your jawline, okay? So you wanna concentrate on blending your contour upward. And then if you need to recut it to clean it up, then you can. The key to a flawless base, friends, is blending. Blend like your life depends on it. Blend till you can't blend no more. Even when you think you're done, go back and blend some more. See how my contour getting a little low? But that's okay, we're gonna clean her up. Now I'm not going to blend my nose contour and my forehead contour with this big brush. We're gonna go in with something a little smaller. Now this brush is beat down to the ground, honey. This is a Real Techniques brush. The words are gone. I don't even know what number it is. And it used to actually be flat, but somehow the bristles got beat in. Girl, I don't know. They don't call me Beat the Beat for nothing, okay? And I like to blend my nose contour into my brow because really we're not contouring it. We're just bringing shape and definition back to the face. Because once you establish a flat brown base, or whatever color you are, it's going to erase any definition that you naturally have, any shadows that you naturally have. So for me, I'm not contouring. All right, Glorilla. I'm not contouring to make my nose appear smaller or a different shape. I am just redefining my natural features. So yeah, we're bringing it into the brow, babe. And I be so scared to blend around my hair. I'm gonna use a little tiny brush for this. Just to diffuse that product, because I already see I got a little makeup in my hair. Don't piss me off. And y'all, my hairline be so in the way, because if I had a girly hairline that didn't even come all the way up here, I wouldn't even have to worry about this that bad, but my hairline is like a man. She's got an edge up, girls. All right, so this is a very positive base we've got going on here. She's off to a great start. We're just gonna hit back into that foundation brush right here. Not adding any more product, just kind of like bringing that shade back to life. The contour got a little out of hand on the nose, so we're just bringing her back. That's the key, y'all. You gotta go in between your brushes. Like, you gotta just keep bouncing back and forth in between the contour brush, the foundation brush, the blush brush. Like, we ain't got the blush yet, but hold your horses, okay? Now we're gonna go in for concealer. Now this concealer is one of my favorite concealer formulas, but this particular color that I have right now is a little light. So this is not my go-to choice for under eye concealing, unless I want to be like super dramatic, and so I guess this is what we're going for today. Only because I'm out of my other shade. So this one, we're gonna pop in right here. Just a little inner corner work to make sure that nose is gonna be nice and clean. And then we're gonna hit the outer corner. Now, typically I'm a full-on like triangle of concealer type of girl. If I had this shade in stock, not in stock, girl. If I had this shade sand, I would use like a full triangle. But since I have shortbread, which is a lot lighter, I'm only using a little bit of concealer. But anywho, so while we let that sit for a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and do our brows. So I also have discovered a new brow pencil. I'm sure it's not new on the market, it's just new to me. And that is by the Lip Bar. So I have used the Lip Bar's products, like their actual lip products before, but this is my first time using their brow product. Well, not, today's not the first time, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I recently started using this product, and so she's cute, she's cute. I have her in the shade medium brown, and since having platinum hair, I try to, like, I need to go a little bit lighter with my brows. So instead of doing like a traditional dark brown or an off black, I do like medium or light browns. And I'm just like combing my brows upward, kind of like a laminated look. They're not gonna stay like that, but that's just what I do these days. And I'm just gonna do, y'all know how to do your brows, don't y'all? If you don't know how to do your brows, drop a comment down below so we can talk about that a little bit more in depth. But let's just breeze through this real quick. Now, if you don't know how to do your brows, don't be shamed. Just drop a comment down below so we can talk about that in a different video. Don't be shamed, okay? Because we can talk about it, just not today. I really want to try that brow pencil that's like trending on TikTok. It's like, every time I turn around, it's on my FYP on TikTok. Y'all probably know the pencil I'm talking about because it's probably been on yours. but kind of want to try that brow pencil out. But for some reason, I'm just against the TikTok shop. Like for some reason, I just feel like I don't want to fall into the trap like everyone else has. I like intentionally avoid the TikTok shop. But I'm like, that brow pencil might make me do it. I don't know. But it's like at the same time, the lip bar has been doing me just fine. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? What would be the reason? So now as far as concealing my brows, I'm not gonna use that really bright concealer. It just will look crazy. So I'm using this Morphe Filter Effect Concealer. This is in the shade, girl, what shade is it? Tan 20 Cool. Now it's very, very empty. I love this concealer, and that's why it's empty, because I tore it down for my under eye. But now I can squeeze a little bit out of it to do my brows, just a little bit. But I just don't have enough in my under eye anymore. Period. Okay, so the brows are looking perfect. Perfect. Now the concealer has set quite a bit, so we can go ahead and blend everything in. The concealer for the brows, I don't really let that sit for real. Period. Very demure. My niece had the nerve to tell me that we don't say very demure anymore. I'm like, who don't say very demure? Like, I just learned that word. I'm gonna use that word. All right, so the under eye is cleared, honey. Like, do you see the blend? Like, please get into it, okay? So now I know this area is looking crazy right now, but don't fret, my pet. We're gonna get into it. This brush is just a little bit too big. I do have a smaller version of this brush somewhere, but I just don't know where she's at right now. So we're gonna use something else. What we're gonna use? Good question. Quickly. First, we're gonna go back with our contour brush, just to, you know what to do. So because I couldn't find a smaller brush, we just had to, girl, was I in focus? I don't even know. Because we couldn't find a smaller brush, I had to overblend and then just put my contour back. So as you see, the base is eating. Like, I'm going back with my other contour brush just to kind of bring those cheeks back. Yeah. The base is baking, babe. Okay. Okay. So let's do a little bit of concealer on the forehead because we can't forget about her. Now this concealer is just a little light for this. I really don't want to use that concealer up there. So we're gonna see if we can scrape something out of the other one. It's like, it's a little bit in there. Just a touch, you know, just a touch. While we're letting her sit, we're gonna go ahead and do blush. We're gonna get into the blush. If you're not new here, then you know that this is my girl. Like Julia's Place, Barbie Rose, she's my girl, okay? She's my #1 girl. She's the girl I'm call every time, okay? And now we don't need a lot of her, especially for like an everyday going to work type of look. We literally didn't even need that much, but that's what we gonna do. And now for her, I like to use, girl, this brush was filthy, don't. Girl. It's a fiber hair brush, girl. I don't remember what it's called, but this is the type of brush I like to use. I like to stipple, a stippling brush. I like to stipple the blush into my face. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of take it towards my under eye, and then up the temple. And girl, close your eyes while you're doing this because you don't want to stab yourself in the eye. And do you see that flawless blend? Like, please. Please. And now as for me in my house, we're gonna add a little more concealer because since I blend into my under eye, we just need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, now you don't have to do this step, but for my extra girlies, yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. And we're not gonna let the concealer sit as long. We're gonna go blend directly. If you know, you know. Is the base not flawless? Like, if you could tell me she ain't, even though I won't believe you. But, you know, you can say what you want to say. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Like every time, like this is my go-to routine. Like this is what I've been doing for like the past 3 months to my face. Like, and she's been eating every single time, consistently. Okay? Consistently. Now let's set her. After setting, I use a translucent powder. There are many translucent translucent powders on the market. I've used Laura Mercier for years. I've used Dermablend for years. I have tried one size. I was not impressed, but I really would like to revisit it because maybe it just works better with different products, or maybe it works better with different applicators. I would like to revisit it and also revisit a different color. Huda Beauty, I've heard a lot about it, never tried it. I would love to visit that one. There's a few others that I would like to try, but I've always bounced between Laura Mercier and Dermablend. So right now, I got plenty of Dermablend. I'm out of Laura Mercier and just haven't repurchased. As far as the colors, this particular one is the original shade. So it literally just has no color. It's just completely translucent. What I like to do is mix a little bit of the warm saffron shade in with the original, just so that way it adds a little bit of pigment, like a little bit of brown, you know what I'm saying? So I just put like a dash of this one, and then I just kind of shake it around to give it a little mix. So then this is the color that I get. It's like, girl, I don't know, it's a little bit brown. I use like a little triangle puff for setting my eyes, for setting my concealer these days. I'm gonna go ahead and just press. Make sure you hit your under eye, okay? Make sure you get really close to that lash line. If you have really creasy eyelids, like for me, I have to get really close to the lash line because that is where I have some, you know, just some creasing there naturally. Like my eye shape just folds under there. So if I don't really focus on pressing that powder in down there, she will crease like none other, okay? This is gonna prevent you from creasing, okay? Do you wanna crease? I don't. Definitely gonna have smile lines because your girl was a cheerleader, so the smile lines are real. So now typically what I'll do for underneath my contour, I go in with the saffron shade instead, and I use that shade underneath my contour because I don't want my face to get too, like, you know, bright. This is gonna let me remain a little warm. I also typically use this one around my mouth, but I just forgot. Let's set our contour and our blush. I'm gonna just kind of graze over it with NARS Orgasm, which is more of like a blush highlighter. She looks pink to the naked eye, but when you use her on the face, she's definitely got some like gold reflex. So we're just gonna more so use her like a blush lighter, a blush highlighter. And I'm using that same brush that I used to blend the actual liquid blush. This is when I would usually go in with Fenty Mocha Mommy Bronzer, but my son dropped it and it broke. saddens the day of my makeup life because that bronzer has been holding me down for a very long time, and I guess it was just, honestly, it was probably expired in time for a new one anyway, but girl, my makeup expires when I say it expired, and that mocha mommy was still holding me down. But now she's broken, so Rihanna, you could just send me another if you'd like. But anyway, I'm gonna use Sun Power by MAC. It's a mineralized skin finish. I'm gonna use that instead for a bronzer. And then we're gonna go into contour a little bit with MAC's blush in Swiss Chocolate, if I can find it. Yeah, this blush is that girl. Like, she's a blush, but I use her as a contour. It's such a beautiful like cocoa brown shade, and it's just a really beautiful contour for me. So if your contour gets a little intense like mine just did, just take your bronzer brush and kind of go back over it to diffuse it a little bit. No big deal. Everything's under control. Perfect. Back in with the blush. The key is bouncing between brushes, friends. Like, that's the key. That's it. That's it. That's all. that's the magic sauce. So I am gonna take like a big fluffy like kabuki style brush. So I'm just going to dust over my whole face. And by dusting, I'm really pressing, okay? Because we want to kind of press all that loose powder into the skin. This is just like one last blend. And there's your face, okay? Now at this point, it's time to set your face, okay? So I go in with 2 different setting sprays. If I had my way, I would also have some MAC Fix Plus, but I'm out right now, so I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and we're gonna spray all over. But like I said, if I had my way, I would do MAC Fix Plus first, just to kind of melt all the powders down, and then go in with this, and then we go in with this, okay? But since we're out of Fix Plus, we're going in with Urban Decay All Nighter first, and then we're going in with One Size On Till Dawn waterproof setting spray. And I'm not gonna use a whole lot of that because, girl, we're not really going anywhere today. So it doesn't really matter. But this is the base. At this point, you have free range to go ahead and add any additional eyes, lashes, lip products, things like that. Whatever else you feel like you need to add to your face, this will be the time. Well, girl, before your setting spray, what I mean is, this is the magic potion that everybody's been asking about. Other than that, I just add mascara and lip gloss, okay? So this is the true tea that you want to get into. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and then we will be back. Period. Yeah. Okay, y'all, so this is the completed look. The face is on, okay? So all I did was add a little bit of that same matte sun power bronzer to my crease, and I added mascara. Now let me tell you, this mascara right here, baby, she's the truth. Get you some, okay? Like, this has been my go-to, okay? Like, I don't even have any falsies right now, which I know y'all know that. Like, I know it ain't giving falsies, but I feel comfortable to just wear mascara. I haven't worn false lashes in months. Like, this has been the only thing I've been wearing on my eyes, and this is my first time ever feeling comfortable enough to only wear mascara with my makeup look. Like, I think that she does enough for me to where I can go to work and not feel like I need to put a false lash on. Now, if I was going out Like I would still put a little lash on, but I think this mascara does wonders for me, and I literally have no lashes. Okay, so I don't know if they pick it up on camera because they are still little, but that mascara has truly worked wonders for me. But anyway, and then I also added my LYS lip liner, a NYX lip gloss, and then I also put a Maybelline plumper gloss on top. Yeah, let me smell the powder, but only because it was a little bit more pink. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the lip combo, everything down below. But yo, every time I do this face, I'm just like, damn girl, you did it again. Okay, every time. She eats every time. Everybody ate. Everybody ate. Black oh ate. BB ate. No, but for real, the hair ate. Like, I'm sorry, but it's giving yummy. It's giving yummy. The dress is eating. But anyway, yeah, that concludes this video. Leave any questions you have down below. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all really enjoy getting back to the makeup world with me, because I have not filmed a makeup video in so long. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it, y'all. Okay, but anyway, I will see y'all in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Vlogmas is on the way. Peace and love.